Hello student. Nowadays we face the most pandemic disease, that is coronavirus, and you know that the vaccine are not prepared until. So basically we know that, or may you heard that your immunity is fight against this coronavirus. But what is mean by the immunity? Right, so basically immunity is a system which fight against this pathogen, maybe viruses, bacteria. We know that in our surrounding there are many bacteria and many viruses are present, but all these bacteria or viruses cannot be able to make us ill because of our immune system. So basically in immunology we study this immune system, its concept regarding to immune system, that is with that system which fight against these pathogens. So basically in immunology we study the whole concept regarding to the immune system. So in today's lecture we start with your basic concept of immunology, its introduction and historical perspective of the immunology. So today's lecture is introduction to immunology. So let's start with lecture, that is what is meant by the immunology. So basically it is a branch of biological and medical science in which we study the physiological mechanism which enable the body to recognize materials as foreign and neutralize, eliminate and metabolize them without injury to the host tissue. So basically we can say that it is immune system which fight against the pathogens which are invented in our body system to make us ill or form the diseases. So, or in other word we can say that it is the study of host defense mechanism, right? So basically immune system is not a organ system. Okay, it is not an organ system like digestive system, respiratory system or excretory system. It is a functional system which carry or which having the group of organ, tissue, cells, molecules that help to defend the body against these harmful invaders, that is pathogen or bacteria. So maybe these substances including the disease causing organisms such as bacteria, fungi, parasite, viruses or foreign macromolecules which cause the diseases in our body or host body. So mostly these pathogens or these viruses release the substance which trigger an immune response that is called as antigen. So basically antigen is a toxin or other foreign substance which induce the immune response. Basically it produce the antibody. Okay, so antibody fight against these pathogens. So basically we can say that the immune system having three main functions, that is immune defense, immune surveillance and immune homeostasis. So immune defense is immunity, our immunity fight against these pathogens. Okay, so whatever the pathogen or foreign molecules invade in our body system fight against this pathogen. Nowadays you heard that the in our immune system fight against this coronavirus because vaccine, till now the vaccine are not discovered, but our immune system is fight against these viruses. Mostly we can say that the bacteria. Okay, so mostly the two pathogens which cause the diseases are bacteria and viruses. So bacteria may be treated by the antibiotics. By using the antibiotics we can kill these bacteria, but viruses, in case of viruses there is no medicine which can kill the viruses, but our immune system it fight against these pathogens or viruses. The next function is immune surveillance. So immune surveillance is monitoring process. Okay, so immune defense is a monitoring process of our body system which can recognize or detect and destroy the virally infected and neoplastically transformed, that is cancerous tissue or cell in the body. So it is very important defense against this malignant cell. So mostly the immune system sends early cellular dysregulation and respond by the activating a stress response. When innate and adaptive immune cell work together to identify and destroy this tumor cell, mostly before the malignance can be formed. So mostly we can say that immune surveillance is anti-tumorous mechanism. Okay, so next function is immune homeostasis. So homeostasis is a system or state of equilibrium. So immune homeostasis, we can say that it is a equilibrium to maintain the network of innate and adaptive immune cells. Mostly it maintaining the balance between the immune tolerance and immunogenicity. So mostly the cell interaction are required for the maintenance of the immune homeostasis. For example, best example is human internal body temperature. We know that the our body temperature, or healthy person having the body temperature close to the 37 degrees Celsius, right? When you get shivery in cold or sweat in summer, that your body trying to maintain the homeostasis, that is equilibrium condition. Okay, that is 37 degrees Celsius temperature can be maintained by this system. So mostly in all animals having the innate system that act for the first line of defense against this foreign invader. So some type of innate immunity appear to be characteristics of multicellular organism, and immunity has been demonstrated in organism as a different as a insect, earthworm or higher plants. So mostly immunity having two types. First one is innate immunity, second one is adaptive immunity, where the innate immunity is a non-specialized mechanism. Okay, whatever the pathogen are get inside, they kill them without recognizing which pathogen which cause which disease, right? But adaptive immunity is specialized mechanism of defense which can recognize this pathogen by their immunological memory and it produce that antibody which can kill these pathogens. That is adaptive immunity. Mostly this adaptive or specific immunity or lymphocyte and antibody production are found only in invertebrates. Okay, so mostly this capacity to produce the antibody against this pathogen are found in vertebrates. So basic concept in immunology we have to study. Okay, so first of all, what is meant by the antibody? So basically antibody is immunoglobulin. Okay, it is a protein which is also known as immunoglobulin, which is large Y-shaped protein produced mainly by the plasma cell that is used by the immune system to neutralize the pathogen. So mostly antibodies are produced when the pathogen get invaded in our body system and trigger the immune response. Then our body system form this antibody against the pathogens. So next is antigen. So basically antigen is a toxin or foreign substance which induce the immune response in body, especially the production of the antibody. So antigen is a toxin which is secreted by this pathogen, maybe the viruses, bacteria or other substances which can induce the immune response in our body system, and that is especially the production of antibody. So you know that after vaccination our body system produce the antibody and having the immunological memory. So whenever this pathogen get inside our body system, then our body system fight against this pathogen, because this antibody or specific mechanism, that is adaptive immunity, having the immunological memory which recognize this pathogen by their symptoms or by their antigen substance, and produce that type of antibody which can kill these pathogens, that is antigen. Then immunological tolerance. So immunological tolerance is a phenomenon in which the prevention of immune response against the particular antigen. So mostly we know that in our body system also having the self antigen, that is blood group. Okay, so we know that our blood group blood consists the antigen A, antigen B. So what happen if our body system or our immune system fight against this fight against this antigen, that is self antigen, so they can be killed and it is harmful to ourselves. So our immunity having to recognize this self or non-self antigen, so that is immunotolerance. So in immunotolerance in specific ways we can say that it is a prevention of immune response against the particular antigen. So basically, immune response is immune system having generally tolerance of the self antigen, so that does not usually attack the body's own cell, tissue and organs. Then next point is autoimmunity. So basically, autoimmunity is against the immunological tolerance. In immunological tolerance, we see the it is recognized self antigen and couldn't attack on them. But in autoimmunity, by the misdirected immune response that occur when immune system goes away and attack the body itself. So it means in immune system sometimes makes the mistake and attack on the body's own tissue and organs, that is autoimmunity. So it is against the immunological tolerance. So for example, rheumatoid arthritis, in this rheumatoid arthritis disease we can see the chronic inflammation of lining of joints leading to pain and swelling typically in hands and feet. It is a result of autoimmunity disease. Okay, this is the autoimmunity disease because this immune system get mistakenly attack on our body's tissue. So next is hypersensitivity. So hypersensitivity is a reaction of immune response that can exaggerated and inappropriate against the antigen or allergen. So mostly we can say that it is undesirable reaction produced by the normal immune system, including allergy and autoimmunity. It having the many types, that is type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4, or we can say that it is a allergic condition. We know that in allergy we see some symptoms like skin rashes, itching, fever, swelling. So this is hypersensitivity. Then next point is immunological memory. So mostly immunological memory is ability of immune system to quickly and specifically recognize an antigen that body has previously killed and initiate the immune response. Okay, so basically we see that so our body produce the antibodies. Okay, so and this antibody having the memory, that is which pathogen they are killed. So specifically when a specific pathogen get infected in our body system, it attack on that pathogen by producing the specific antibodies, that is immunological memory. Our cells having the memory to recognize this pathogen and fight against this pathogen. Okay, you know that in the small children having the vaccination, for what purpose we do this vaccination? Because vaccines are the substance which is half killed or killed viruses or bacteria which can cause the mild symptoms but produce the antibody against these viruses. When the actual exposure of disease occur, the cells having this antibody production and they recognize this pathogen by their antigenic substances and give response by producing the antibody, specific antibody against this pathogen, that is immunological memory. Then vaccine is a substance used to stimulate the production of antibody and provide immunity against one or more several diseases. You know that the infants having to give, we give them as a vaccine. Okay, so in vaccine it is substance of the this substance which consists the killed viruses or bacteria which injected inside our body, and body recognize this pathogen and fight against this by producing the specific antibodies. So mostly this vaccine can be stimulate to production of the antibodies against the several diseases. So next point is historical perspective of immunology. So human species time to time get exposed to the many diseases which can cause the death of the half of the human species. So scientists give discoveries of many vaccines and regarding to many aspects of the immunological concepts. So let's see some scientist discovery regarding to your immunological subject. So first is the scientist, that is Edward Jenner. The Edward Jenner is a physician who administered the first vaccine to protect from the small virus, that is small smallpox virus, by the vaccinated a child with the cowpox virus. The story behind this vaccination is quite interesting. So in beginning of the 1796, when an English doctor named Edward Jenner observed the milkmaid who had got cowpox did not show any symptom of smallpox after variolation, because cowpox is a mild disease than the smallpox disease. Okay, so first experiment to test this theory involved milkmaid. Edward Jenner used a 9-year-old son of the Jenner's gardener. So Dr. Jenner took material from the cowpox sore or pistol and inject into the Philip's arm. So month later, Jenner exposed the Phillips to number of time of the variola virus, that is smallpox virus. But Phillips never developed a smallpox. So in 1801, Jenner published his treatise, that is on origin of the vaccine inoculation, in which he summarized his discovery of the vaccination against the smallpox. So vaccination become widely accepted and gradually replaced by the practice of variolation. Nowadays, the we can inject this vaccination to small infants to fight against the smallpox disease. So in 1986, WHO state the statement, that is smallpox are eradicated from the world. So next scientist is Louis Pasteur. So from this name you quite think about the pasteurization technique. Okay, so pasteurization technique is invented by this scientist, that is Louis Pasteur. So Louis Pasteur is a microbiologist which is also known as the father of immunology. So Louis Pasteur discovered the vaccines for the cholera, anthrax and rabies. So story behind the cholera vaccine I will told you. Okay, so what he did, so uh, Louis Pasteur induced the immunity against the cholera virus. So Louis Pasteur what did, he succeeded to growing the bacteria of the cause of the fowl cholera in culture and confirmed by this injecting it into the chicken, then developed to the fatal cholera. So after returning from the summer vaccination, he and his colleague resumed his this experiment and injecting some chicken with the old bacterial culture. But what happened? So that chicken become ill, but Pasteur surprised by they recovered fastly. So what he did? So he made the fresh culture of the cholera bacterium and inject into the fresh chicken and expose chicken, which is exposed by the old culture. They are also inoculated by the new fresh culture. So what he observed? He made observation that the fresh culture which is inoculated in new chicken, they are all died, but the old chickens which inoculated by the old culture and the new culture are survive. So then he administrated the attenuated strain could be administrated to provide the immunity against the disease, and he called this attenuated strain, that is vaccine, in honor of the Jenner work of the cowpox inoculation. Okay, so next scientist is Illy Meterkonev. So in 1883, Illy Meterkonev discovered the phagocytes. We know that the phagocytes are the cells which engulf the solid material or pathogens. Okay, so he discovered the phagocytes in 1882 or 83. So this discovery turned out to be the major defense mechanism in innate immunity. He and his Paul Enrich are jointly awarded for this in 1908 by the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in recognition of their work of immunity. So next scientist is Emil Behring. So, Emil Behring was a German physiologist who received the 1901 Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine, the first awarded in that field, for his discovery of diphtheria antitoxin. He was known as the savior of the children as a diphtheria used to be major cause of child death, or he discovered the antitoxin, that is antibodies. So next scientist is Carl Landsteiner. Okay, you know that there are main, he discovered the blood types. We know that there are four main blood type: blood group A, B, AB and O. So first scientist who discovered the blood type, human blood type or group, is Carl Landsteiner. So Carl Landsteiner construct the he's a biologist, physician and immunologist. He distinguished the main blood group in 19th century, having developed by the modern system of classification of blood group. Landsteiner prominently dubbed anti-A and anti-B eventually. So his valuable conclusion led to the identification of four blood groups, that is A, B, O and AB. So consequently, Landsteiner discovery laid the groundwork for the first successful blood transfusion in 1907. So next, in 1960, the lymphocyte was identified as a cell responsible for the both cellular and humoral immunity. So lymphocytes having the immunity, that is cellular, which can produce the or engulf the pathogen, okay, which can engulf the pathogen and kill them, and humoral immunity, that is production of antibodies. So lymphocytes are responsible for the cellular and humoral immunity. So in 1975, C. Milton and Kohler reported the technique for the production of monoclonal antibody. So Kohler and Milsteiner described the hybridoma technique for the production of monoclonal antibodies. In last semester in MSc first, in genetics we see the hybridoma technique. Okay, so they immortalized the antibody production of these cells by fusing them with tumor cell. Okay, the method allow unlimited predetermined specific antibodies. For this work they received the Nobel Prize for the production of the monoclonal antibodies. So mostly next point is types of immunity. So mostly vertebrates having two types of immunity, that is innate immunity and adaptive immunity, where the innate immunity is non-adaptive, natural, non-specific, is a set of disease resistance mechanism that are not specific to a particular pathogen. So in innate immunity, whatever the pathogen get inside the our body system, they attack on them without recognizing which pathogen, what kind of this pathogen secrete the antigen. So they just attack on them and try to kill them. Next is adaptive immunity. So adaptive immunity is specific immunity, okay, which display the high degree of specificity as well as the remarkable property of the memory. So adaptive immunity which include the antibody and having the immunological memory. In last point we see the what is meant by the immunological memory. Okay, so antibodies having the immunological memory, that is for the production of the specific antibody against the specific pathogen or specific antigen. So mostly this innate and adaptive immunity do not operate independently, they operate by the cooperatively of the each other. So mostly the evolution, let's see the evolution of the immunity. So immunity having two specific type. Okay, first one is innate immunity, second one is acquired immunity, where innate immunity is non-specific, which can attack all the pathogen which get inside it. So mostly innate immunity is first line of defense and it having the immediate response. Okay, 0 to 4 hours it show the response against the pathogen, where the acquired immunity is specific, okay, which identify the pathogen, produce the specific antibody and then kill the pathogen. So this is delay onset. Okay, so this response, okay, or this acquired immunity response lately from 4 to 96 hour or more before 96. So mostly acquired immunity having two types, that is humoral immune response and cellular immune response, where in humoral immune response antibody production are required. So mostly humoral immunity is on the basis of the production of antibody, where the cellular immune response are the basis of the T cell activation. T cell are produced in the thymus, which is the primary organ of our immune system. So immune system, that is immune system having two type. Okay, we see the what is type, that is innate and adaptive. So let's see the what are the types or basic mechanism of this system. So innate immunity having the anatomical barriers like skin, mucous membranes. Okay, then physiological membrane like temperature, body temperature, pH. Then phagocytic barriers, okay, cells that can eat the invader like phagocytes, NK killer cell, that is natural killer cell, macrophage. Okay, this type of cells, that is phagocytic barriers. Then inflammatory barriers, so inflammatory barriers may be redness, swelling, heat and pain. So all these symptoms or all these mechanism regarding to the innate immunity, where the adaptive immunity having the specificity. So in adaptive immunity, we see the antigen specificity. So firstly, adaptive immunity recognize the antigen or their antigen specificity, so that then they decide or trigger the production of specific antibody for the killing purpose or to eliminate the pathogen from our body system. And having the diversity, okay, we know that in our surrounding there are many bacteria and viruses are present. They're having the many viruses, sorry, many variations. So this variation, we our body also having this antibody variation, so that whichever the pathogen get inside our body system, antibody fight against this. Okay, then immunological memory. So this is the main point of the adaptive immunity, because they having the immunological memory. Okay, we know that the small infants are getting vaccination. So mostly vaccination is gained for this purpose, to get the immunological memory to production of the antibody for the specific antigen, that is immunological memory. Then self non-self recognition. Okay, our immune system having the uh, differentiation. Okay, so they having the memory for the differentiation, that is it is self antigen or non-self antigen. Okay, we know that our body system having some antigen, that is blood antigen like A and B, and non-self. Okay, so this foreign material which were get inside release the antigen, so this antigen can be recognized by this adaptive immunity. So all this concept regarding to immunity or immunotypes we see in the next lecture. So that is for today. So in today's lecture we see the what is meant by the immunology, its basic concept and historical perspective, the scientists who discovered the different vaccination and their work or discovery in the immunological field. All these points we see in this chapter, sorry, in this lecture. So in next lecture we see the types of immunity, that is innate immunity and adaptive immunity, how it work in our body system and against the pathogen. So that is for today. See you in next lecture.